Hey guys, July 6, 2021. In this video, we're going to talk about Amazon calls. And we got a very rare historic match here to what apparently is a very nice cup with a handle pattern. We've talked about Amazon about a week ago on the bullish side, saying that at one point in the next few weeks, it is destined for a strong breakout. So we're going to glance at a few different charts of Amazon and the chart of NASDAQ to show you exactly why this moment has arrived. So with that, let's take a look at the cup with a handle pattern that is absolutely right here and has already formed. And we are at a breakout point. If we clear one particular level, which currently Amazon is about 35.20 at the moment I'm recording this, but here's your cup with a handle formation right here, guys. And we are at this point. Now, some of you that may be new to a cup with a handle pattern, generally speaking, this is a highly bullish pattern. That's probably the #1 bullish pattern. And a lot of people often mistaken a cup with a handle pattern. They're trying to look at this in a downtrend type of situations, and they don't work in a downtrend. So the first thing you got to make sure is whether something is uptrending. And Amazon has been in a solid uptrend for multiple years at this point. It has formed multiple cup with handles that propelled the stock higher. Now, there were a few instances you should be aware about where Amazon cup with a handle pattern has failed. What makes us believe this indeed is a true cup with a handle pattern on Amazon that will lead to a magnificent breakout higher as early as today is a number of things which I'd like to bring to your attention. So in prior instances, or if we study cup with the handles, if we take hundred examples of cup with the handles, it's this pivotal moment, right, where you're basically about to cross this area, okay? So the moment you cross this area, you can have a rather spontaneous move, which could be accompanied in many instances by an increase in buy volume. So generally speaking, this could produce a move to the upside of anywhere 5% up to 30%. Now, 5% would be more relevant to a shorter time frame. In this case, we're not talking about peanuts. I mean, 5% move in Amazon, it could put it close to $3,700, guys. I mean, that is almost about a 160, 170 point move if we're to calculate Amazon at the current price. So, which would coincide, by the way, with an all-time high in Amazon, which was at 36.80. And the reason you don't see it on this chart, 36.80 actually took place in Amazon right here. This is a daily chart, so it doesn't show you what was happening after market and pre-market. But what happened after market last time Amazon reported earnings, it actually shoot up a couple of hundred points all the way to a level of 36.80. And then the next morning, it gave up a lot of these gains, and it opened up at an area of about 35.50, which is where the chart catches that. So it would be logical to assume that this breakout right here could happen as early as now, today, July 6th. We could see a huge move in Amazon high, which is likely to be continued tomorrow, all the way up to a level of about $3,550, $3,580. Now, because this cup with a handle pattern has got a decent time frame behind it, meaning the longer the time frame of a particular pattern, the higher the probability it's actually going to play out and it's actually going to hold. And this cup with a handle has been formed over, we're not looking here at a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart. This is a daily chart. So this cup with a handle pattern goes, it's early in, goes to the early May. So we're looking at the time frame here of about 2 months, guys. So 2 months cup with a handle pattern. When we combine with some other things about to show you, that makes it a killer cup with a handle type pattern. And so the bears, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it. The bears will get killed on this one if you try to bet against Amazon at this very moment in time. And for those of you that have been waiting for a bear crash correction type video, we got a really good one coming at you guys here as early as Thursday, so keep an eye on that. But for right now, we got green light on the calls on Amazon. If you take a look at some other time frame charts, what makes this particular cup with a handle so powerful is the fact if we're to glance at a weekly chart, I mean, you'll be able to see that, I mean, we've been in this really tight range while the rest of the market has been moving exponentially, basically. And this type of formation, we're basically there. We're basically at a breakout point right here in Amazon. And the structure of this particular breakout is different from the prior instances because it's accompanied by multiple other positive factors. And RSI could run substantially higher over the course of, next a week or two. So basically, Amazon's been trading between 3,000 and 3,500. This level today is very critical that it closes above 35.50. We think it could do that within the first few minutes of the trading session. Meaning, if you sneeze, you're going to lose on this trade, guys. So I'm going to try to post this as soon as possible before the market opens. You've got very positive developments right here on the MACD. You still got, as far as your ATR, guys, it's down huge. And normally, I mean, if you're familiar with trading Amazon, I mean, it's typical for Amazon to make a $50 move in one day. Well, such moves in the last few days are sort of back in play, but for a long time, it's been really choppy, and these days have been diminished to like $20, $30 moves. So we're about to get a move here in the ATR higher. It's going to be a beautiful thing because you can get some really killer options trades. So don't look at the fact if you have, for example, a smaller size account, you can only buy one call or two calls because they are pricey. I mean, it probably going to cost you $9, $10, $11 to buy one, which literally translates into like $1,000, $1,100 for one contract. But that contract itself could make you as much as $5,000 to $10,000 here in this week alone. So don't look at the cost, look at the quality of the option. And in this particular case, even if you're buying 35.50 strike, even if you're buying 3600 strike, guys, I mean, you're so close to the money. Don't look at it as even, oh, I'm buying this out of the money. That's not it. For Amazon. Again, it shows here in the chart 35.10. Pre-market's already at 35.20. So a move of 50 to 100 points, I mean, you could be in the money on this thing by tomorrow if you're buying 35.80s or 3600 strike on this. So pay very close attention to Amazon, guys. It's going to be a beautiful trade. Everything points to that. And just as a sign of confirmation, okay, Amazon has been a leading stock that's been driving the NASDAQ forever higher and higher and higher. And we are at a historic moment in NASDAQ today because if you were to look at this chart, guys, you see these white candles right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a representation of 7 weeks higher in NASDAQ. Well, 7 weeks higher, we've officially started trading NASDAQ in 1984. And since 1984, there's only been 16 instances where this has taken place, where NASDAQ uninterruptedly goes on higher and higher for 7 weeks in a row. And if you were to run the data, the stats on this, the question is what happens on week number 8, which would be today. So what happens on week number 8? That's the big question. And if you were to run these numbers, there's over 80% probability that NASDAQ on week 8, after 7 weeks in a row, there's 16 instances in the history of NASDAQ of doing so that on the 8th week, it's actually going to move higher. Now, you should also know that on the 9th, meaning the week after week 8, so which would coincide with the following week, NASDAQ's got about a 50-50 shot of moving up or down because at that point it is highly overextended. But the question is, we could be going in a very bullish scenario here because Amazon, which generally has been a leader, generally speaking, Amazon has been the leader among with other stocks like Apple and Google driving NASDAQ higher. And at this point, as I've shown you in the prior chart, it's just been going sideways over the course of 16 months. So if Amazon indeed breaks out to all-time highs, we believe that NASDAQ actually could move higher for another couple of weeks here. So we could go beyond what statistically is 80% plus probability of NASDAQ moving higher again this week. Now, when we're talking about NASDAQ, it does not necessarily mean that Dow Jones or S&P 500 are going to move higher. There's been many instances historically where these things, they're not moving in the same direction. So we could see some red days on S&P, on Russell. We could see some red days on Dow Jones. But overall, NASDAQ is going to be the leader this week. So if you have any questions about this historic analog of NASDAQ, if you have any questions about how to put on this Amazon trade, or if you have any questions about 3 other trades which we're fixing to take with our coaching students here at 13 Market Moves, if you're not working with a coach yet, make sure you click the link below, schedule a 20-minute coaching call. There's some phenomenal trades, guys. You know that earnings season officially is starting next week, so get ready. Some big-time trades are coming your way, guys. Let's rock. I'll catch you in your next video soon. Amazon calls. Let's go.